Hi, I'm Lucy. I run Lucyoga and I'm a yoga teacher running online yoga classes since the start of the COVID pandemic, and before that I did a blend of in-person and some online teaching. So I've been using TeamUp for nearly 8 years. It's my 8-year anniversary this year, and I originally joined TeamUp because I was running a project called Rooftop Yoga Peckham, which was on the roof of a multi-story car park in South London, and I was running a seasonal yoga studio there, and it became a lot more popular than I had ever anticipated, and my previous way of managing Google Forms and backs transfers was just not suitable at all. So I started using TeamUp then as a way of managing that seasonal project, and I've stuck with it ever since. It's become completely the backbone of my business because everything that I do stems and flows from my TeamUp booking system, and it's really come into its own in the last year because I've had to completely shift and remodel my entire business. So I've gone from running local community classes, one-off day retreats, residential retreats and workshops and special events to being entirely 100% online. And I've had to completely reconfigure my business. So now I run drop-in live classes on Zoom. I have a subscription package, a monthly subscription on-demand package. I sell individual videos. I sell training courses for yoga teachers to mentor them through using technology. And all of that goes through my TeamUp system. So I don't know how I would actually manage without it. And it's enabled me to totally reconfigure the business to something that can work online, and also looking forward to when I can step back to doing in person, I can run online and in person side by side, so I don't have to drop any of the online subscription and on-demand packages that I'm doing and the online courses. I can keep all of those running and simply just slot my in-person work back in when we're allowed to do that again. So one of the things that has always been fantastic about TeamUp is the customer support. So when I very first joined 8 years ago, I'd used a free booking system, and I'd actually had a really bad experience with it, and I'd been left quite shaky from that. And from the get-go, TeamUp have supported me all the way through. I've also supported loads of my mentoring clients through signing up with TeamUp, and I know that they've held hands with those clients all the way through, and I can feel really confident recommending TeamUp to one of my yoga teacher clients because I know that the customer support is so helpful. I personally used it, I kind of use it on and off because actually the system's really good and I haven't actually had to use it loads, but then there'll be a day when something has happened and I'm like, I don't get this, so I'll pop in a support request on the web chat and someone will get back to me, and I've had people talk me through sometimes things that I really, when on reflection, I was like, why didn't I not know that already? And then other times things that we've needed to work through together and troubleshoot. And also I had one day where I was just like, I need to sort this out really quickly, and I picked up the phone and I got immediate one-to-one support over the phone and everything got sorted out straight away. So I've never had any feelings of stress or anything that's prolonged because it's always dealt with really quick. And I've had some really funny customer support needs where I've had things like a couple that were together and had signed up using the family membership, had then split up, and I got all these really agitated phone calls and emails from one side of them because they were getting notifications that their previous partner was signing up a new partner on the family side. And it was okay, so we need to sort that one out really quickly, and the TeamUp team were fantastic, and we sorted that out straight away. So that was a phone call just to get all that cleared and squared away so that we didn't have any more problems. So for my customers, TeamUp has been a way of enabling them to manage everything themselves. They don't need to contact me in order to be able to book, to change their bookings, and that's just been fantastic because they can do that at a time that suits them. So I find that quite often customers will make bookings or changes at really antisocial hours, so they don't have to wait for me to get back to them. I've always had really great feedback. Some of my customers use the app, but the demographic of most of my customers, they tend to use the website. They tend to go to my own website and go to the TeamUp integration through that. and that works really well for them. And it also gives me control over their accounts as well. So if I've got customers that find the technology, they just have a technology blank with anything, then they can contact me, and I've got complete control to be able to go in and help them with their accounts. But that happens really rarely, to be honest, because it's all so intuitive and straightforward that the customers can just manage it all themselves. The key for me with using any booking system is that it's about future growth and looking at where your business is going to go. And I've always wanted to be able to grow my business to make it really sustainable, so that because this is my livelihood, and I want to have a sustainable, nurturing business. And by using TeamUp, it's enabled me to keep adding to the business, to keep growing it without having to change the system constantly. So I've been able to keep that same backbone and then come up with new ideas and new ways of working. One of which since March, during the COVID pandemic, has been teach once, earn all week, which is my little kind of like way of summarising my approach, which is to try and teach less but to earn more. And by having TeamUp, I've been able to do that, because I've been able to use different elements of the system to sell pre-recorded classes, to generate an on-demand service that people subscribe to monthly. And that's meant that I haven't had to teach more, but my earnings have increased. And I think that's quite rare this year, to be able to say that my earnings have actually increased through the process of changing to being online.